It's been forever since I've done a studio vlog, so I really want to try getting back into doing them, and so this is just a wee video which is like an update, I guess, on what I've been doing and things that I've got ready in my Etsy shop. So I've been sorting out some of my listings today, sorting my little Etsy shop arrangement here. So my front page has got like 4 from each kind of theme that I have on my shop. Obviously I have more themes than these, but grouping them together on the front page just is really pretty and gives people an idea of the variety of stuff in my shop. So I've been working on that and working on the tag words. I've also been doing a lot of crochet, so I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I've got really sore throat, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why. These are my cam pets. I've just finished 9 of them. I've got 1 more to do. So a cam pet is basically an anxiety gift set. So it's aimed at children, but it's for any age. You get an anxiety journal in it, and in this journal you get your little adoption certificate on the front, so you can take that off and put it inside. And inside the journal are pages to work through feeling sad or having anxiety episodes, place to write, place to doodle, and just little prompts to help you with the journal. So you get 1 of them in the bag. You also get a pen and pencil set. So this blue one is a pencil with an eraser. Get a highlighter, a writing pen, and a gel pen. This matches the colour of the little stationery set. So in here you've got post-its, bookmarks, stickers, paper clips, just things to use in your journal. You also get a little chamomile and lavender filled pocket heart. You can take this wherever you go. The smell is really soothing and calming, and there are many benefits to lavender and chamomile in terms of mental health. So that is on the listing on Etsy. It tells you more about that. And then that is the colour of your little cam pet. This is your cam pet. It's a little amigurumi squishy soft plushy pet, which is a good handheld size, so it can fit in the bag, go with you anywhere. Really squeezable. There's a lot of sensory benefits to having something soft and squishy, and obviously they're coordinated to the bag, so there's like a little soft heart and the stitching, and that's what comes in your bag. So these have all been listed on my Etsy. I've got 9 of them. They're all different little characters, all completely unique. I've been doing that this week. And then if you don't want something as big as an entire set, I did the mini counterparts. These are just little crocheted small mini cam pets, which are squishy and you can take them wherever you go. These are really good sensory wise. Small fidgety like little things like this are really good for people with high anxiety. And I did a couple that weren't pets, that were just these. This past couple of weeks I've also crocheted myself this doll and this Highland cow. Now believe it or not, I only started crocheting toys about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I've been teaching myself to crochet for a long time, and I still consider myself a massive beginner, but I could never master making toys for some reason, and I finally managed. So I've made myself this girl. Her hat isn't finished, she still needs the spots. She is a combination of elements. Whoop, she's fallen down. She's a combination of elements from this book here. Oh, Lou's Crochet Dolls. I think I used the autumn one, but then used parts of the other dolls to make different, I can't put nothing back with one hand, different parts of her dress and stuff. Oh, I can't get it in there. And her hat is from another pattern book completely, which was, try to think which one I used for her hat. I can't remember, but if I remember I will come back to it. So yeah, I've been doing some, stick that there. The very first thing I ever crocheted toy wise was this dragon. He was the very first toy I made and realised that I could actually make toys, but he is massive and way bigger than I intended him to be, so he's actually on sale on my eBay right now. I've been doing granny squares for a while and things like this, been self-teaching myself, but I just for some reason had never mastered toys, and I don't know why, because I am literally a toy designer for knitting patterns. So that's all them. What else have I been doing? I'm working, oh, I have to put some pictures in because I haven't got them anymore. I went through all my yarn stash. This is my yarn stash. I try and keep it within these boxes. If I start getting too much wool, I start clearing out. And I also have a drawer down there that is full of the soft toy yarn. So that's like my plushy yarns. But all up here is like double knit and like other kinds of yarns. There is some plushy ones in this box up here, but not very much. So I went through and got all my scraps, like little tiny balls you can't do anything with, and I made myself a massive multicolour ball of wool. I'll put in some pictures right now. And I made this backpack for my friend using nothing but scrap wool. So every part of it was a giant ball of scrap wool that I made by tying all my scraps together in colour, and I put them from the darkest to lightest of each colour. I also doubled them up using similar shades from darkest to lightest, so it ended up being this really cool rainbow bag. I also made this Highland cow bag for my friend's daughter who was diagnosed with diabetes when she was very young, and she's been so brave all these years learning to deal with it. So I made her a little bag because she's a trooper. And then I had to make another one for my friend Louise in Korea because she really loved it. So that is actually in this box waiting to go to her, which I think there are also some other things in here. She has not seen this yet, so I made her an owl because I can. And this was another scrap yarn project. So the leftovers of my scrap yarn got made into this really thick, I like tripled, maybe even quadrupled the wool up that was left, and I made this bucket hat. It's really sturdy and thick. I also designed my own caterpillar knit crochet pattern. So if you want a tutorial on this, leave a comment below and tell me, because I made this myself and I was very proud of myself. His little feet, his little cutie. So I made her a caterpillar. I also made her one of the scented hearts in a colour that is colour in her house. And then there's the bag, and I can't remember what else, the two bags. They're all wrapped up there so I couldn't show you them and had to use photos. So that is what is in there. I've been doing a lot of crocheting. I also designed a knitting pattern, another one, which is this strawberry. So if you want to knit this little guy, he is on my Etsy shop as a knitting pattern, and he is adorbs. He looks so bright on camera. He is not this bright. Red is one of those colours that cameras do not do well with. So he is on my Etsy as a knitting pattern. He's also for sale on my eBay, because that's what I do. When I've got too many prototypes and my house is getting cluttered, I sell off my prototypes on eBay on bids just to clear some space. So I think that is pretty much everything that's been happening here. I'm going to take you out to my workshop. So this room is like my craft room, I guess. It's kind of a mess right now. Chico's asleep. Unfinished projects. This is my craft room. So we're going out to my workshop. A garden that is in progress. If you've been watching any of my vlogs, you know we've been working on the garden. There's so much still to do. Okay, this is my workshop. This is where I do resin and woodwork and all that jazz. So I've been working on this one. This is an upcycled, I don't know what you call it, set of drawers, mini drawers. I take old wooden things, upcycle them, and make them witchy and cute, and this is the one I'm working on right now. This was a dingy, white, dirty looking plain set of drawers with a love heart on it, and I am turning it into moon drawers. So that's what is out here. Try to think what else I've been doing. I feel like I've been doing, oh, I know, we have to go back in. This is a pointless endeavour. I have been working on my garden, that is something else. I've been clearing all this. So this area here is where my extension is going to be going for part of this. Okay, I know what I've been doing. I've been working on more restored vintage items. So I take vintage porcelain jewellery that has been broken, snapped, chipped, and I restore them back to, why is that so fuzzy? I restore them back to being pretty items. This one, somebody had done repairs with some kind of resin putty, so it's not the best on the back, but I've tidied it up as much as I could. This one had so many broken edges, now you can't even see they're broken, but if you go on my Etsy, I literally have tons and tons of vintage restored jewellery for sale. I've got a lot of it here, as you can see. I've got these are all restored already and on my Etsy, and we've got vintage earrings that I've restored and put on my Etsy, and then we've got even more vintage stuff that was restored and put on my Etsy, and it's all vintage. It is all genuine porcelain made in the UK. A lot of it is from maybe the 60s, 70s. Sometimes it tells you on the stamps on the back. I'll try and see what this one says. I can't see, I'd have to take it off. But yeah, I sourced them when they are like ready for being chucked away basically, and I painstakingly restore them. I've got a ton of them sat waiting to be done. So that's what I've been doing. And this is my painting. This is also on eBay to get rid of. I've nowhere to hang it, and I've took photos of it to turn it into a print should I want it ever again. So that is on my Etsy, and I think that is it for now. I think I have caught up with almost everything. Maybe, yeah, that's it. I do want to show you the bag that I'm working on. It's down here. I've got it hidden. There we go. I found it, don't mind me. This is the next bag that I'm working on. This is the outside of the bag. It's so cute, look at it. And this is, wow, on camera that does not look even close to being a matching colour, but I can promise you that the purple on this is the same colour purple on this, and this is not as bright coral, it's more like a faded pink. It's really weird how different that is on camera. But that is the next bag that's getting worked on. I need to do the lining for it, the handles, and it will be like a little Highland cow bag, very sturdy, very cute. So yeah, this was really just a catch-up video, getting back into studio vlogs. I'm hoping to do some more tutorials. I've got a couple of crochet patterns that I'm thinking I should do tutorials for. This was one I also designed myself. So if you want me to do a tutorial on the bunny or the caterpillar, just leave a comment below. If you want to see me do a restoration of a porcelain piece or doing one of my boxes, I also have to do, I've left my glue gun on, I also have to do a tutorial for my travel altar. I've got lots of tutorials to do in the coming weeks. I am just going to chip away at them. I'm in the process of writing a book again. I had a health scare. I had a lump removed from my breast, and I'm in recovery after that surgery, and I'm awaiting test results. So I've just been kind of busy. So I guess that's it for me today. Let me know what kind of day you're having. What are you creating? Are you a crochet fan? Are you been making anything cute? And I'll catch you in the next one.